What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Now, yesterday on PTCGO, Evolution was released onto the line, and so today we're actually gonna go over the set because it's probably the best way to view these cards in high good quality, read the cards very well, and see what they're about. Now, I'm gonna try my best not to read all these, maybe cover the EX and some other good cards, but a lot of these cards are not that very good in Evolutions. I know, unfortunately, they are not, but we'll go over them and see what they're about. I definitely think this is more of a collector set than anything, but let's review Evolutions and let me know what you think about the set. So, of course, first off, it's going to be Venusaur EX. So, Poison Powder 60, your opponent's active Pokemon is Poison, and Jungle Hammer 90, heal 30 damage from his Pokemon, so not very good. Now, the Mega Venusaur, on the other hand, is actually pretty decent. 120, and your active Pokemon is now paralyzed and poisoned. The only downside is it needs 4 energy, so 3 grass and a color switch could still be doable. You can grass, double Mega Turbo turn 2, and also you play Forest of Giant Plants, so it might be even possible in turn 1. And in Evolutions, Spearlinks have came out for Mega Venusaur, Mega Blastoise, and Mega Charizard, so now we can evolve our Megas, these Venusaur, Blastoise, Charizard cards, all the evolutions that we wanted to have Spearlinks finally have them. So Crisis Vine can happen, and maybe Paralyzation Mega Venusaur. This is probably our best Mega out of the set for sure. Our best Mega, attack-wise, or I guess gameplay-wise, not card-wise for sure. So next up is going to be Caterpie. Let me filter this real quick so we don't see repeated cards too much. So we're going to click Foil and Sets. That way we only see one of them. So Caterpie, String Shot 10, Automatic Paralyzed, bleh, Metapod, Stiffen, during your opponent's next turn, damage done to Pokemon, reduced by 40, Stun Port 20, now Paralyzed, pretty bad. There's no Butterfree, which is very strange. I don't think it came out in base set. I could be wrong, but no Butterfree, unfortunately. So we just have Caterpie and Metapod. Alright, so next up, Weedle, Kakuna, and Beedrill. So Beedrill is going to be the main, kind of one of the best attackers in this set. It has this really cool attack, Swarming Sting. This attack does 40 damage times the number of Beedrill you have and play to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance for bench Pokemon. So if you get 4 Beedrills out, you can do 106 damage anywhere in play, to a bench, the active, which is fantastic. I mean, if you have 3 in play, you can one-shot Shaman's EXs, which almost every deck does, which is great. Now, the only downside is you have to get these Beedrills out. You have to get 3 to 4, you have to get 3 stage 2s down, which is very, very hard to do sometimes. You might have multiple Kakuna prize, you might have multiple Beedrills prize, and just be downhill from there. And their opponent might not even play down their Shamans. He needs 2 energies as well. He has 120 HP, so he's not going to get knocked out immediately, but it's definitely an iffy card. It's definitely more fun than competitive in my head. I mean, you do have Force Giant Plants, so you can go crazy turn 1 to do Poison Sting, but you could maybe Max Elixir and go that route, turn on Max Elixir and Weedle and then try to go, but it's I don't know. It's definitely an iffy card. So Tangela, buying 20, Poison Powder 30, not very good. Next up, this is what everybody's freaking out about. Good old Charizard. So we have Charmander, Scratch, 10, Ember 30, okay? Charmeleon, Slash for 50, Flamethrower for 90, and good old Charizard EX. We have 3 different, why do I have 3 different Charizards? I don't even know why I have 3 Charizards here. All different sets for some odd reason. So Charizard EX, his abilities are actually pretty neat. All energy attached to Pokemon are Fire Energy instead of their usual type. So you have 4 grass energies on it. Well, that doesn't matter because all energy attached to Pokemon are all fire, which is great. I guess all energy attached to Pokemon are fire energy instead of, so could you drop double, can you drop double colors to make that count as 2 energies? I wonder how that works. I don't know the rulings on double colors. If you double colors, can that count as 2 cards? And then but then if you discard 3 energy, you have to discard 2 double colors. That's still not that very good. So Fire Spin does 200, which almost knocks everybody in the game, but you have to discard 3 energy attached to Pokemon. The only real way I can see this card being played is Blacksmith was expanded, or the Burning Energy. So if you discard those energies, well, they just get reattached to your Charizard. But you can't accelerate those at all. You can't attach Burning Energy. Clawwitzer could work, but only works for Megas, unfortunately. So you have to manually power 4 energies on Mega Charizard, on a regular Charizard, and then constantly hit 200 over and over again. But then he's probably going to get knocked out within a turn or two, because 150 HP, 4 energies. Man, Charizard, you're a beautiful card. Everybody loves you. Everybody wants you. You're one of the most hyped cards right now. But playability wise, you're really bad. So next up is going to be Charizard and Mega Charizard. Once again, we have the Spirit Links now, which is fantastic. I'm more excited for this Charizard. Wing attack 60. It's like okay, the Combustion Box 150, 2 fire to DCE. Can't use Combustion Box next turn. Once again, Blacksmith's not legal, so a very unfortunate thing. You can't really power up your fire Pokemon. I do like how these all these old EXs got like the old artwork from base set, which is that's the coolest thing about this. But a Mega Charizard, it needs 5 energies, it does 300 damage, and it does 50 damage to itself. You could play a Protection Cube, but then you're playing a Spirit Link, so then you have to play a Tool Versal, or some way to get your tools back, maybe Weavile or something. But Crimson Dive does 300, does 50 damage to itself, but he has 220 HP, and maybe you can take 3 knockouts for your opponent knocks you out. It's a very, very iffy card. Once again, like most cards are going to be iffy, which is very sad. I mean, Evolutions, like I said, definitely a collection set. Next up, it's going to be Vulpix Ninetales Lure, which is actually a really cool attack. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with his or active. A new active Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. So you could like lure up a Hoopa, get it stuck in the act spot, make your opponent have to use like a Switch or an Olympia or something, and Fire Blast does 120, discard fire detached Pokemon. Now the better Ninetales card is going to be the Ninetales Break. It has the explosive Fireball. 10, discard all fire to detach this Pokemon. This attack does 60 more damage for each energy discard in this way. So once again, if Blacksmith was legal, you can Blacksmith 2 fires in this guy, attach a fire, and hit for 190, which you discard all 3. But unfortunately, Blacksmith's not legal. Ninetales is like a stage 2 because you have to evolve the Ninetales and Ninetales Break. Man, they just need to reprint. They just need to reprint Blacksmith. Like they're having all these cool fire attackers, but we really can't use them. Like how do you cycle? How do you like put fire energies on this Pokemon? That's the hard thing. Not expanded. You could just use Emboar instead, but now you're playing Emboar Ninetales. I think probably just like Blacksmith is the better option for sure. So next up, another fire attacker, Growlithe Arcanine. Arcanine has the Burning Road once your turn before you attack, and this Pokemon was on your bench. It became your act Pokemon. This turn, you may move any number of fire energy attached to your Pokemon to this Pokemon. Now, Scorching Breath is 150, but you can't attack with the next turn. But you can always like switch or stand in or escape rope or Olympia or Ranger. There's so many things to get around this, but it only does 150 for 4 energy. Yeah, for 4 energy, you're doing 150. Still, you're so much energy, but so few damage. He is level 45. Take that. Wait, what level is Charizard? Do these Megas have levels? Oh, this Mega doesn't have a level. No, why? No, you don't have a level. Does the Charizard X have a level? Oh, he doesn't have a level either. What about Charizard? What level is he? Level 76. Holy cow, Charizard's level 76. Y'all better watch out. Man's on fire. I think it's, yeah, so it's level 76 Charizard. Sorry, I just realized, like, these old cards have these level X, these levels, or the level numbers. So that's pretty neat that you can look at. I wish they would still do this, like, oh, my level, blah, 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 Pokemon, get them. Alright, so Arcanine, Ponytail, but no Rapidash, 20-30, Magmar, but no Magmortar, Fire Punch, 30, Flame Fur, 60. Next up is going to be another EX, and this time around it is Blastoise. Rapid Spin 30 switches, both players switch their active Pokemon with one of their bench, and Splash Bomb 120. Once again, like, the only good EX, like, regular form is Charizard. Both the other ones are mediocre. Now, Blastoise EX, or Mega Blastoise EX, sorry, Hydro Bombard 120. This attack does 30 damage to your opponent's bench Pokemon. I kind of wish it did 140, 30, 30, because that means you can do 140, 30, 30. Lysander, 140, 30, 30. Take a knockout on 2 Pokemon, which is fantastic. But unfortunately, we had to do 120, 30, 30, which only adds up to 150, which is not even a knock on anybody, which is very unfortunate. And like, if Blastoise had that 140, 30, it'd be different. It'd be really cool. Or at least 120, 50, but 120, 50 might be broken, like Sniper 50 damage. That'd be really bad. I'd be really broke. But I guess, you know, the best way would probably make it 140, 30. But now we're doing 120, 30, which is very unfortunate. Now, next up is going to be the Poliwrath line, which Poliwrath was, like, one of my favorites from the game. Like, Poliwrath was really, really cool. That and Starmie. I don't know why I love these water Pokemon for some reason. And Venusaur. Like, Venusaur was always, like, any grass starter is what I always start with in the game. But Dashing Punch, 50. If this Pokemon's on your bench, became active, does 50 more damage. It only needs 1 water, then you can use, like, Manaphy or Treat between different Poliwraths, have Rough Seas, has 140 HP, so maybe this one's actually kind of decent. You switch between Poliwraths, do 100 each turn, but there's no, like, way to evolve your water Pokemon that very good, which is only 4 part, like, only 4 part. You have, like, Rare Candy or Manly Evolve, and so long of attack. I wish Broken Time stays in play. Alright, Warp over 80, discard energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Next up is going to be a Mega, the first EX that we haven't seen that wasn't like a basic EX, or not like a starter Pokemon, I guess is the correct thing to say, yeah. So Blastoise and everything else. So next up is going to be the Slowbro EX, actually a new card that we haven't never seen before. Slowbro EX, Slack Off, heals 6 damage for Pokemon. This Pokemon can attack during your next turn. Pretty bad. Flash Splash, 100 for 3. That is pretty bad too. Next up is gonna be the Mega Slowbro Roll Spin. I don't know how to say the name. 100 damage. This Pokemon is now confused. During your next turn, this Pokemon's low roll spin attack does 100 more damage for 4/5 weakness and resistance. So it could be good, but your opponent can like license around you, which is very unfortunate. So if your opponent licensed a Pokemon, then you have to hit again for 100, and then if they license again, well, then you have to hit for another 100 damage, which is very unfortunate. Now, we could get around the confused part. That's not that big of a deal. You can play Chaos Towers. So, we're not really worried about the confused part. We're more worried about your opponent lighting around your Slowbro to make it where you do 100 damage next turn, which is the sad part. But your opponent will have to eventually deal with the Mega Slowbro. You have Rough Sea, so you can heal yourself up some. You got Manaphy for Retreat. So, maybe Mega Slow... I think he does have Spear Link for sure. We'll go over that in a second. But Mega Slowbro... definitely another iffy card. I do like it a lot. It's really cool. Maybe Max Elixir. I mean, you have like Mega Turbos and Max Elixir, so definitely like is easier to power up than like all these other Pokemon that need like so many energies, like Ninetales and stuff like that. They don't have energy accelerators. At least with Megas, we do have energy accelerators with Mega Turbos. So maybe Mega Slowbro might be another good attacker in the set. So next up, it's gonna be Seal and Dewgong. Super deep dive, heal 40, take down 90. Not very good. Next up is Starmie, which is probably my favorite ability from this set. Like I said earlier, Starmie said, like, look at this card, it looked amazing. It looks amazing. But Space Beacon, once during your turn, before you attack, you may discard a card from your hand. If you do, put 2 basic injury cards from your discard pile back into your hand. You can't choose a card you discarded with the effect of this ability. Star Freeze does 30, don't care about that too much. So, Space Beacon, I think it's going to be really good in Volcanion, maybe. Any deck that, like, really use, like, recycles energies. So maybe Frogadier, maybe Volcanion, because you could discard a card, get 2 energies out. So you don't have to use, like, energy retrieval, you don't have to use Fishman. You can just grab those 2 energies, which is fantastic. And it doesn't say 2 water, it says 2 basic. So you can grab 2 fire or 2 water with those 2 decks that need, like, that revolve our energies a lot. So Space Beacon, it's going to be interesting for sure. Will people play this card? Will they be like, no, I'm not going to play a stage 1 of my deck? I think it is cool. I think it's a good card. It's another, I mean, I hate to say it's another iffy card. But it does have Starmie Break, which is a really cool attack. Break Star. This does 100 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon Break to apply weakness and resistance. So maybe if you're playing, okay, hear me out. If you're playing Frogadier Expanded, you can maybe play a 2-2-1 Starmie Break line. And that way, you could maybe do like 100 damage to Charmander Breaks, and then 100 damage Charmander Breaks, take a knockout that way, which could be really neat. So you take all the knockouts Charmander Break ASAP, which is really nice. Your opponent gets like 3 Charmander Breaks out. But besides, that's not that really good. Like, it's only good for Charmander Break in my eyes. So next up, Magikarp and Gyarados, but this Gyarados is not very good. It has a cool attack. So Bubble Beam 50, flip coin if heads, your opponent's next Pokemon's confused. Or paralyzed, sorry. But Dragon Rage, 180 damage. Yes, 180. But you flip 2 coins, if either tells this attack does nothing. Like, okay, so flipping 2 coins both have either tells. It's already a hard enough thing. But Gyarados needs 4 energy and he's 130 HP. Once again, just proving that evolution is not very good. But here comes, guys. Oh, man. My favorite Pikachu. Like, I love Pikachu. Like, Pikachu's probably... I'm trying to see if I have Pikachu on me right now. Do I have Pikachu on me? Okay, let's look at this Pikachu right here. Let's see. See this Pikachu right here? He is, like, actually, like... They have, like, changed Pikachu over the years. I can't show off very good. They've actually made Pikachu skinnier. I don't know why they've done this. I guess you would promote a healthy lifestyle in Pokemon. But man, Fat Pikachu, that's my favorite. I hate to call him Fat Pikachu, but that's what he is. He's a good old chubby Pikachu, just like me. Like, I'm happy and fat, just like he is in this picture. So, I don't know why they've made Pikachu skinny over the years. It has made me sad, but whatever. Null 10, Thunder Jolt 30. Not very good. Raichu, nah, it's okay. It's not good at all. Energize, attaching light energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon, which seems good, because you can use Spark Bolt, discard all energy, you do 140, which doesn't knock out anybody, and then you have to discard all energy, then you have to get 3 energies on your Raichu, so, you know, we're just gonna skip over that card. Next up, Magneton, not good either. Self-destruct 80, it knocks itself out, but doesn't knock out anybody. We'll just keep on going. Next up, Electrode. Buzz Zap Thunder. Once your turn before you attack, it may knock out this Pokemon and attach it to one of your Lightning Pokemon as a special energy card. This card provides 2 Light Energy attached while this Pokemon is attached to your Pokemon. So this is actually a really cool concept. The only downside is your opponent takes a price card off this because you knock it out. But it could make your opponent like have weird prize numbers. I don't know like how important lightning is. We'll find out here in a second. Will Buzz Zap Thunder make a difference, making it 2 lightning energy attached Pokemon, which is a very cool concept. Next up is Electabuzz, which hey Maker, how you doing there, bud? Thunder Shock 10, Thunder Punch 30, flip a coin of heads, the attack does 10 more damage. If tails, does 10 damage to itself. Zapdos, oh my goodness. For 4 energies, it does 90, 30 to itself. For lightning, 170, discard all lightning. Which, I mean, okay, I guess, okay, so what we can do is you can double KO Electros, attach them to Zapdos, and then you get Thunderbolt for knockout, discard all Electros. Yeah, we'll just keep on. Maybe this could be good and expanded with Eels. Ooh, that could be really cool. Like Thunderbolt with the Electric. That actually might see. It's actually probably really good for a card expanded, like 4 for 170. Really strong. Yeah, it could be a really, really cool play. For sure. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Zapdos may be a good one of attacker, and Eels if you want to play that. But next up is going to be the boy, the king himself, Nidoking. Rumble 40, can't retreat, Tail Swing 100. This attack does 20 damage to each of your opponent's bench basic Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance. So, it's actually a decent attacker, but needs 3 energies once again. Pretty hard to do, but 150 HP. He can live for a second, but the setting up is gonna be the hard part. And there's a break as well to give it 108 HP and has the attack Toxic Drill. It does 120, and your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned, but you put 2 damage counters instead of 1 on that Pokemon between turns. So Toxic Drill, really cool. I mean, the break looks amazing. I'll give you that. Like, Golden Nidoking is a fantastic looking card. The Nidoking Tail Swing is a pretty decent attack, 120, 20 everywhere. I don't know what math it really sets up, but it's just cool that you can like hit everybody for 20 while doing 100 to the active. Really nice thing for sure. I just wish it was maybe like if Nidoking was an EX. That'd be really cool. So next up is the Ghastly Hunter. Really bad cards. Drowsy, no Hypno, just really bad. Coughing, no Wheezing. Foul Guys, 10. Okay, Poison, okay, that's bad. Next up, this is probably one of the other playable cards in the set. It's going to be this Mewtwo. Mewtwo has the attack Psychic. It does 20. This attack does 20 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Barrier, where during your opponent's next turn, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon. If one of your Pokemon used Barrier during the last turn, this attack can't be used. So it can kind of stall if you want to, 2 Psychic energies. But Psychic is what we're going to look at. Psychic's really good if Mega Mewtwo becomes super popular for some reason, because you can put one of these in your Mewtwo deck for the counter, because let's say your opponent puts like 4 energies on their Mewtwo, right? 20, 40, 60, 80. They have to have 5 energies on their Mewtwo. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. No, if they have 4 energies, no, it has to be 5. Yeah, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. Yeah, so what about Fighting for Real? 20, no, you're not playing Fighting for Real Mega Mewtwo. So they have 5 energies on the Mega Mewtwo, which I know it seems crazy, but you gotta remember, Mega Mewtwo doesn't have a weakness, so all of a sudden you can drop Mewtwo and punish them and they have a ton of energies on it, and they have to knock out this non-EX attacker. So, another iffy card for sure, but it's still really good. Psychic is really strong card. Like I said, it's mainly for the Mega Mewtwo mirror match. Alright, so next up it's going to be, hey, speaking of Mewtwo, there's this Mewtwo. It's pretty bad. Energy Absorption, attach energy card from your discard pile to this Pokemon. Regeneration, heal 60 from this Pokemon. And Cyburn, 110 for 4 energy. I do like that it has 3 energies. It's from the movie promo, if I remember correctly. But just not good overall. Next up, it's going to be Mew, which I love. Like, Lily Pad Mew, oh my goodness. This card looks amazing. Natural Shield, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon by your opponent's evolution Pokemon. So maybe it could be an evolution kind of tank kind of Pokemon, but your opponent can play Hex Maniac and knock you out that way. Cybolt 30, flip a coin if it has your opponent's active Pokemon now paralyzed. So basically not good. Sand Trooper, no Sand Slash, Diglett, Doug Trio, which I actually like Doug Trio a lot. 130 attack does 20 damage to each of your bench Pokemon. And the reason I like Earthquake is you can play with strong energies and Carbon Break. So you can like Carbon Break the Okay, remember the diamond gift, put 2 strong energies in this guy to make it do 130, 150, 170. So you can do 170 with Dugtrio, which is pretty cool. Then they knock you out, then you send a card break again, repeat the process over and over again. It's a cool concept, but not overall that good. Dugtrio, it looks so funny, that picture, for some reason as well. Alright, so next up, let's go over the Machamp line. So Machop, Machop, Karate Chop, 60, this attack does 60 damage, minus 10 damage. For each damage count on this Pokemon, its submission 80 does 20 to itself. And here's good old Machamp. Oh man, this card, like the hollow one, you see like all the arms are doing that. Like the hollow will like making the arms look like they're moving, which is a really cool thing. The counterattack, if it's damaged by your opponent's active Pokemon, you put 3 damage counters on it. Cycle toss for 120. Like Dugtrio is a better attacker. Like in stage 1, needs 3 energies. They both need the same amount. This guy's more HP, I'll give you that, but still 3 energies is so much. We have a Machamp break as well, which I'll give it to you. He's a golden Machamp, looks amazing, but overall not very good. Boomerang Lariats, 100 during your opponent's next turn. This attacks do 100 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying weakness and resistance. Once again, your opponent can life stand around it. It needs 3 energies, 190 HP, and it's like a stage 4 because you had to go Machop, maybe Rare Candy Machamp, and then a Machamp break. But by then, you're gonna be in trouble for sure. But maybe Machamp break will see play. Onyx, not very good. Hey, Hitmonchan, thanks for showing up, Haymaker, but still not very good. Jab for 30, Special Runs for 90. We have Clefairy, which has a really cool second attack. Metronome is basically like foul play. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. The only downside is he has 40 HP, and it needs 3 energies. So, yeah, he's gonna get knocked out fairly quickly before you even use them. Here we go, some basic Pokemon, okay? So here's probably one of my favorite cards. Not one of the best cards, but one of my favorite cards. Mirror Move. And this, I'll tell you why in a second. But Mirror Move, this Pokemon was damaged by an attack during the opponent's last turn. This attack does the same amount of damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Fair than Lance 80 does 20 damage to one of your opponent's pitch Pokemon. So, Mirror Move. If you put a Fighting Field on the Pidgeot EX, he has 210 HP, right? Combine this with Max Potion, you can like take a hit, Max Potion Energy, Mirror Move, that same amount of damage, and maybe knock out a Pokemon that way, which seems pretty cool. Like you can play Puzzle Times, you can play Max Potions, and have this like tank Pidgeot EX Mirror Move deck, which seems a very cool concept. It's probably not good at all, but it's definitely interesting for sure, and I definitely want to test it out. There's a Pidgeot EX as well, which, look at that hair. That looks, oh my goodness, he's so beautiful. But Mach Clone 130, you may have your opponent switch his or her active Pokemon with one of his or her bench Pokemon. I definitely think the Pidgeot EX Mirror Move is definitely better, for sure. So yeah, I definitely just probably put Pidgeot without the Megas for sure. So, Rattata, which has a neat ability, and this is pretty much the only way we can... I think there's another card in this deck as well that can get rid of tool cards, but Mischievous Fang, when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may discard all Pokemon tool cards attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Now, when I read it, it says all Pokemon tool cards attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Rattata, why don't you just get rid of all the tools on the field? That would be fantastic, but unfortunately it does not do that. Or at least make an attack. That'd be fantastic, but unfortunately, not going to happen today. Bite does 10 damage. So, Eradicate, Crunch, 10, discard special energy, attached to your active Pokemon. But Shadowy Bite is a card we might see in play. Shadow Steel Drifloon, it has the same exact attack, but it did 50. This attack does 6 damage, times number of special energy cards in your opponent's discard pile. So, if they have 3 energies in there, like 3 DCEs, 3 Double Dragons, you can Shadowy Bite for the knockout. So you could play like a 1 Eradicate in your deck, just all of a sudden drop it and punish your opponent for playing a bunch of special energy cards down. So that's a very cool concept for sure. 1 Farfetch, 1 Doduo, Chansey, Scrunch, flip coin of heads to prevent all damage done to Pokemon by attacks during your opponent's next turn. Okay, so that's a pretty cool. Maybe stall out, but double-edged 80 does 80 to itself. So not very cool. Chansey is a very cool looking card. The hollow behind it as well. You kind of see the little lines going through it and the bubbles as well. It looks really nice. Porygon, bad. Dragonite. Now this is probably the best card in the set. I would definitely put it, it's definitely the best card in the set. Dragonite EX has this really ability to pull up. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may put 2 basic Pokemon, except for Dragonite EX, from your discard pile and to your hand. So this way you can grab any 2 EXs, which is fantastic. And this is definitely going to see play. And, for sure, Mega Gardevoir. Mega Gardevoir, you discard your Pokemon, but then you can Dragonite, put a Hoopa back in your hand, then Karen, put all your Pokemon back in your deck, then Hoopa for those cards, and you can repeat this process multiple times, which is very cool. And also, you can even like Dragonite for Hoopa, Karen, put the Pokemon back into your deck, Hoopa for a Dragonite for the next turn, and some other cards as well, which is a really cool concept, and I do like this card a lot. It's gonna make Gardevoir so playable coming up in the next set, and this is why I think Dragonite X is probably the best card in in evolutions. Hyper Beam is an attack you can use as well. It needs 4 energies though, 130. Discard energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So I mean, we're definitely use this for pull up, which is really cool. So now we just have all these full arts. There's a Mega Venusaur full art, Mega Charizard full art, which looks amazing. There's a Mega Blastoise, a Mewtwo EX full art, a Pidgeot EX full art, a Mega Pidgeot full art, and a Dragonite EX full art. Alright, and there we go, guys. Oh, hold on, let's go to filters. Let's turn off the, turn off the foil for sure, and I'll show you the secret rare cards. Let me scroll all the way down real quick and show those off. They're pretty bad, but they're cute. There's a Japanese Executor, does 20. Flip Coin of Heads attack does 10 more damage. It's just cool that we have 4 secret rares in the set. Okay, next up is going to be Flying Pikachu. Okay, there's a Surfer Pikachu and a Imikune's Doduo. Frenzy Escape, and this Doduo retreats. Hold this card and throw it as hard as you can, because Doduo is running away. Throw this card horizontally with a snap to get the furthest distance, and Harmonize 30. From the moment you use this attack, you must begin to sing a song. While the song is being sung, the game continues. When the song is finished, this attack does 30 damage. Okay, so that's pretty cool. But unfortunately, this card cannot play. At the bottom it says this card cannot be used at official tournaments. He has banned right here, but it's pretty cool. I don't think we even had this card way back in the day, but it's cool that we actually see an Imikune's Doduo's coming out. And we have a Japanese Executor, and look, there's an Alolan Executor right there. Just from like we knew from base set that there's gonna be a Alolan Executor. Pokemon, you little tricksters. Alright, so next up, let's look over the trainer cards. There's not too many to really cover. A lot of them are reprints. So we'll press this, we'll scroll all the way over, and we see a bunch of them already. So Blastoise, Spirit Link, we already talked about this. Your turn doesn't end. But here's probably my favorite trainer card from the set, Brock's Grit. Shuffle 6 in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards from discard pile back into your deck. It's like a Super Rod times 2, so you can shuffle like 6 anyway, like any combination, 6 Pokemon, 6 energies, 3/3, 4/2. It is a supporter card. You can VS stick it for over and over again, and man, which one is going to be better, Karen or Brock's Grit? Which one would you rather use? It's going to be the next big question. Alright, so Charizard Spear Link, Devolution Spray, Energy Retrieval, Full Heal. Oh, here comes Team Rocket. Each player turns over their the price cards face up. They remain face up for the rest of the game. So if you don't want to play Town Map, you could play Here Comes Team Rocket. It'd be really, I don't think people are gonna play this card. I think it's a secret rare as well. You see, it's 113 out of 108. So another secret rare card. It's interesting. It's not good. Maintenance. Shuffle 2 cards from your hand, draw a card. Misty's Termination, discard a card from your hand, look at top 8, put one of those in your hand, show the cards back in your deck. He has a full art as well, so Brock and Misty both get full arts, which is amazing, okay? So Pidgeot Spear Link, oh man, these Spear Links look cool as well. I didn't even show those cards off. Looks like there's a Charizard Spear Link, has X and Y on both sides, which was really neat. There's a Blastoise Spear Link, okay? I don't know why I didn't pick them up and show them off. But let's scroll over some more Pokedex. Look at top 5 cards of your deck. Put them back in any order. Potion, heal 30. Perfexo's Hint, which might seem some play if you're playing like a setup deck. Draw, you have 7 cards in your hand. Your turn ends. The only thing is your turn ends, which is very unfortunate. If you could draw, you have 7 cards in your hand. That'd be really cool, but your turn ends, which is kind of like Tropical Beach. But the difference between this and Tropical Beach is you can play a supporter card and then Tropical Beach to draw more cards. While this one, you probably want to play Juniper and then play like in your turn kind of thing, because you see more cards that way if you play a supporter card. So not very good. Revive, Slowboy Spear Link, Super Potion, Switch, and a Mega Venusaur Spear Link. Now, besides this, we also did get energies as well, which I'm super excited for these energies. Hold on, let's go to this. Let's go to set name. Let's turn the foil off. And let's look at what we got. We got all these base hit energies. Every single one of the cards got some base hit energy cards. Look at how these are cool. Like, if you ever see me play in Pokemon tournaments, you know I always play base hit energies. I'm trying to see if I have a deck on me to my side. Hold on, let's see if I can find one real quick. Okay, unfortunately that one. Oh, here it is. Look, so sitting off to my side is a double color synergy. See right there? I always play base set 2 energies if I can. The only ones I can't play is unfortunately Dark and Fairy, but now I can at least play a base set version of them by playing this Dark and this Fairy. So like I said, I love base set energies. It's all I play in my decks, and unless I'm really just building a deck really fast, then I don't have time to do it. They do have holo versions as well, so I'm trying to get a hold of like 20 of each of these so that we could play them. Steel Energies have one as well, which we didn't have that in a base set as either. So, like, my favorite part of the set is definitely the base set Energies of reprint. Oh man, I'm so excited. But guys, what do you think of Evolutions? What is your favorite card? Let me know down below. Let me know what you think is the best card is. Did I miss anything? Did I ramble on too long? Let me know, guys. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty, bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty. Bye.